How's it going? It's Billy and Bryson. Or actually, I was gonna do an intro. There's no time to fear. Billy and Bryson is here. I'm not sure yet, but we don't really have an intro yet. We're still kind of developing one. But let's start off with some deep breaths, just to get our minds right before we get into this Tetris, before we get into the topic of today. Skip 10 seconds if you want to be anxious. One more deep breath, please. Let all your stresses, let everything out. Let's focus up on some Tetris and talk about life. So Today I'm going to talk about not being humble. Oh wait, whoa! We got a Tetris game already going. My bad. All right, so today I'm gonna talk about why being humble is stupid. Straight up, bro. Come on, my Tetris is really not gonna work, bro. I'm trying to record. Are you serious right now? Come on, this will be the last time my Tetris doesn't want to work. Oh my gosh, bro. We gotta set it up on camera. This is embarrassing, y'all. Never again, man. All right, there we go. If you're a true Billion Bryson fan, you'll stick through that. But here we go. Why being humble is stupid. It truly is. In life, man, everyone's gonna tell you be humble, that being humble is the key to success, that if you don't act humble all the time, that things are gonna go bad, that you're gonna make mistakes, that everything is terrible in life if you're not humble. Which in some regard, the people are right. You should be humble. But what I want to make the point is of today is that being humble, yes, is good. It's great, in fact. But at the same time, though, being overly humble in every situation will just allow people to step all over you and allow life to step all over you. Not even just people, but just life in itself. If you're like me, you've probably been in some situations in life where maybe a person, maybe a thing, well, let's say that, maybe a person, stepped to you, right? And they disrespected you. And instead of, saying something about it in that moment, you decide to be humble, to be the bigger man. And in that moment, honestly, it probably feels pretty good to be humble. But at the same time, though, you probably realize looking back how, like, a lot of times that person just continues to step all over you because you're basically training them that it's okay to step all over you. You're not going to do anything about it. And so that's what I mean by not being humble all the time. You can't just allow people to step all over you. And honestly, man, if someone in your life is stepping all over you, you shouldn't even allow that person to be around you anymore. But let's be realistic. A lot of us, have families, have people who we can't just completely take out of our lives. Even if sometimes you may wish you could take them out of your life, you can't. And so I guess what I want to make the point is those people who you can't necessarily remove from your life, you need to make it a point to them that you're not just gonna you're not gonna let them step all over you. You're not going to allow them to disrespect you. That you're a person who deserves respect. And even that, if you're a person who deserves respect, sometimes you have to tell people that. You can't just assume that everyone's going to respect you off the rip. Of course, right? Like living a humble lifestyle, living in a way that people will just kind of most of the time will just respect you. Like if you live humbly, most people will just respect you anyway. You won't have to ask for it. But if you've lived long enough in this world, you know that, man, as much as you want to believe that everyone's just gonna respect you all the time just because you're humble, it's just not true. Like most people, and in fact, actually, not most people, but a lot of people will take advantage of your humbleness and will begin to walk all over you because they just want to see like how much are you gonna take? How humble really are you? And ultimately, like I said earlier, man, you really should just get rid of those people out of your life. But now, of course, man, we got families, so you can't always just get rid of people out of your life. And even to make the point, I'm not even necessarily talking about my own family. Like, it's not like my own family disrespects me so much or anything. It's really just I've gone through life, and especially I'm more talking about friends more than anything. I'm talking about other people, not necessarily even just my family. But one thing I did is a lot as a child, as a preteen, teenager, just in life earlier, was I would constantly let people walk all over me and disrespect me. I would allow them to make jokes. Bro, there's two Savion's phones ringing, bro. Watch this. Mid game Tetris. No! No! My bad, y'all. That'll never happen again, man. I want to make sure I'm never distracting these videos again. But where was I? So yeah, you're gonna have family. Dude, where was I? I lost my train of thought, bro. This is terrible, bro. This is the most scuffed recording ever now. But yeah, pretty much. Damn, bro, I really lost my train of thought, bro. Damn it, bro. That's actually so annoying, bro. I was like, I feel like I was in flow state, man. I guess, I don't know, man. Maybe the rest of this video will be about how, like, whenever you're doing work, you need to create an environment where people can't distract you, nothing can distract you, so that you can keep going. What am I doing? You need to create an environment where nothing can distract you. Because, like literally just happened in this video, if you have an environment where there's distractions, you're just gonna end up messing up, basically, right? And if you don't want to mess up, you gotta create the right environment. All right. Damn, that is tough, bro. I wasn't expecting the video to go like that, but I guess that's where I'm gonna end off on, man. Don't let people distract you, bro. Create an environment for yourself where there are no distractions, that you can just simply be you and work hard. Thank you for watching, though. Damn. I love you guys.